Microsoft Excel Chapter 2, Blue Box 12. Now you get into the where the Excel nerds uh, really dig in deeply. We're going to move into Sunday, and we're going to use what's known as um, merge and center. And with merge and center in Excel, there is great debate about whether you should actually use this feature or not. And I will explain why uh, in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to move over to the Sunday worksheet, which we are, and we're going to group sections of the of the cells and create a big single cell, if you would. So I'm going to click B4 and drag over to D4. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to choose the merge and center button on the alignment. And effectively what this does is we no longer have, we still have B4, C4, D4, but it's just going to be treated as if it's a single cell. And it will, when I click that button, it'll also center the contents. If I come over to E, F, and G4, I'll do the same thing. This time I'm only going to do it for H and I. But let me just show you if you inadvertently selected J as well. If I select H, I, and J, Microsoft Excel is going to get mad at me. And the reason why it's going to get mad at me is the fact that it's only going to be able to retain the contents of one cell. And it's going to treat it as if the upper left-hand corner is the only thing that would be saved, which is a little confusing since I only have one row. But we can actually merge and center multiple. Now, we don't want to do this, so don't do it. But if I selected merge and center here, it literally would take that and turn that into one big cell. But all the content that I have selected would disappear except for consumables. Okay, that's what they mean by upper left-hand cell. So let me highlight just those three so I definitely don't mess anything up too badly. And if I click on that, I get the warning message. Go ahead and cancel. We'll just do consumables in H and I4. And then we'll come back and do services. And let me make sure I get the correct cells that we want to remain. So we wanted H and I4. And then once we've done that, we're going to merge and center J through O4. So basically the rest of the row, J through O4, merge and center. One of the problems with merge and center is you'll notice that, for example, if I hold the shift key down and I'm up here and I start selecting, I can't select just that single column anymore. I was just pushing the down arrow is all I was doing. So I'm in K1, I'm going to push the down arrow. And you think, what if I wanted something for just a subset of the cells in K and I'm highlighting it? I can't do that, and it makes it so that as I start to navigate around, I've got problems in terms of being able to navigate around because of the fact that we have have merged and centered those cells. There's a way in which we can maintain the integrity of each individual cell, but at the same time still center the contents that we want. So let's move over to the weekly sales worksheet, and in this particular instance, we will select from B2 all the way out to J2. We'll have the same kind of effect where we could have merged and center, but in this instance, if we choose an alternative to this, that we can center across a series of cells. The contents will remain in A2. I can put things in B, C, D2 as well, but if I needed to, It maintains the integrity of each cell and the border of each cell, and it doesn't make just one big cell anymore. And it seems like among the Excel nerds, this is actually the preferred method for doing this. Now, in Windows, one of the nice things that they have is you can get to the formatting, because they'll have little arrows down here, a little uh, sort of expander buttons that'll get to some of the deeper um, the selections that we need to be able to make. For us, though, we can go to Format Cell, and you'll notice the keyboard shortcut for this would be Command 1. By the way, if you ever work on a Windows computer, it should not surprise you that you could get right to this set of tools, these options, by hitting Control 1. But on the Mac, it's Command 1. This, by the way, is where we actually saw where we could format the numbers. There's a whole host of things we do here, but in this particular case, we're looking for the alignment. We can set the alignment for horizontal, vertical, and if you recall, I mentioned that there was ways in which we could choose even greater options for how we rotate the text. We can merge or unmerge cells here. We can shrink to fit, which is instead of it'll always make sure that the font basically gets scaled down or to fit the within a cell. Here's how we could also set wrap text. So a lot of the same things that we would want to change or that we can change out on the ribbon are in this dialog box here. But the one option that we're looking for that we would need to get to the Format Cells alignment tab section is in this down arrow. I want to select Center Across Selection. As I center across selection, hit OK, it looks similar to what merge and center look like, but notice now if I hold the shift key, I can actually highlight just that column. It wasn't going out and selecting the entire A2 to J2 and so forth. Again, among Excel nerds, this is the preferred method. You'll notice the content is not in D, E, or F. It is actually still back here in A2. And I can see that because if I select A2, I can look in the formula bar and see that's where the weekly sales analysis is located. That completes Blue Box 12.